It's the age of bare hands.
But I see now that once it's been perfected, the human body can be completely invincible. Even the obtuse United States is finally catching on to that fact now. Out of everyone, only those three are the targets of extraplanetary reconnaissance.
However, several are dedicated to monitoring the movements of just those three men. But if any of them begin to move more quickly than 2.5 miles an hour, and redirected to follow the target's movement, and where they're going over 2.5 miles an hour, essentially anything other than walking speed.
In a way, it is refreshing. It's only because this guy was refusing to eat his food, so I was giving him a warning.
Either way, you need to be punished. It's because I've been dying to meet someone just like you. Facts here are crystal clear. What else am I supposed to do with all this pent-up animosity that you caused?
Don't be scared, cause I'm definitely gonna save you.
What a truly gentle soul you are. I mean, yeah, a food cart was knocked over, obviously.
After 3 days in solitary, Baki returned to regular prison life. He was tasked with laying the foundation for building a road.
That definitely sets you apart from the others. Break time!
Heard you're getting out next month.
Everything's already been set up. I'm gonna have my first match 3 months after getting out of here.
I totally get why you wouldn't want to be involved in the fight ranking system in this place. Yeah, I don't doubt that at all. The entire world is probably waiting for you.
That's just a little donation to the Arizona State Prison. It seems they don't want the championship belt to end up falling into the hands of a convict like it has in the... was held by Sonny Liston, who'd learned how to box while he was in prison.
Eventually, he went on to become the world heavyweight champion. Fight promoters had to endure a very dark time until things changed with the arrival of the greatest.
Wait, are you talking about Iron Michael? And who's supposed to take care of that? The two men who might actually be able to beat him would ever go along with this.
Lip, tooth, tongue. I'm certain those three. Besides, they've always been our allies up to now. It'll be perfect. I'll admit that I wasn't too fond of the collateral damage that's often caused when the three of you are brought together.
It makes my head spin when the three of you talk that way.
And I say too and well.
I imagine speaking that way would take too long to decode.
I'm sure, to someone first hearing it, that distinctive delivery could be very confusing. Or the horse, whip, and jockey in horse racing. Or the sun, water, and atmosphere on Earth. The strongest combination of all. The true king of combinations.
Perhaps it's easiest to use an example that anyone can imagine, such as eating a piece of fish. The food, thus enveloped, is completely contained. The tongue delivers it to the back of the mouth, where it is ground up by molars. Throughout this complicated process, it even detects hazards such as small bones and sends them back to the lip.
That's why these three are known as the Mouth. And individually have come to be called by the names Lip.
But still, no matter the strengths that your cooperation may bring, how's it translate to the world of fighting?
This is a very common mistake that many people make.
But there's no doubt that he'll go down in history as one of the greatest world heavyweight champions ever!
Dragging me out here at this hour isn't very nice, you know.
It's true that Iron Michael is very athletic, but still his stature limits his muscle mass.
How can you say that he has only 3.2 times the ability of a normal man?
Each one of us has rather extensive training and experience in karate, boxing, and judo. Sure, because we don't actually need any more experience. All of those stories are all about brilliant and brave fighters. Just 1.5 to 2 times stronger than ordinary. Even most world-class champions are barely 2.5 times. Soccer, rugby, volleyball.
Another kick in the face? Just when these three think they are doing something like this. Whoa, no way!
Ah, of course, I see what he's up to now. Well, he's certainly no fool, that much is clear.
Go on, do it! Give it all you got, Iron Michael!
You bring the gloves so close to the jaw that you could almost bite into them, completely covering the vital area.
Realistically, you can only ever dodge a single punch.
No more boxing! Stop it, no!
Even an elementary school student who barely weighs 65 pounds.
Wow, he's weaker than I thought he'd be.
Really? I'm not surprised that he struggled to handle us.
Honestly, I don't think that we could have asked for a better demonstration of that fact.
Like this?
That's perfect. Huh?
And this thing isn't spinning at all. Sitting there all listless. The chemical reaction that occurs when the three of you are all together are warriors who are recognized as the best in their fields. Tonight's moon reminds me of my younger days. I sailed across the seas beneath a pirate flag. While you three were busy gazing up at the moon, I could have easily taken at least one of you three out. But do be more careful in the future.
They're being suckered in!
As soon as you took this formation, a sense of ease seemed to wash all over you.
Are you complete idiot?
Oh, that's good. What a relief. Anyway, the devil who ruined your relationship is an unbreakable trio.
He made everyone call him number 2, and this is how strong he is? The wind?
Just think about it. The unexpected entrance. The enigmatic pinwheel. Let's all come back to our senses. Now that you've emptied your bladder, how will you overcome this tetrahedron?
As he fled, he added to the puddles of urine already collected.
Look at you, you got down all by yourself.
Since the three of them could no longer depend on their combination,
You just defeated the mouth who easily beat Iron Michael with only a single punch.
There might have been a little bit of trouble here. I'll leave it up to you to handle.
That punch was really something. I've never seen one like it before. I have no doubt that my life as a boxer would have been completely over. I give thanks to God that I was put into the same cell as you were.
That I got the chance for some recreational activity since I couldn't sleep. Really, I ought to be the one thanking you.
Whether you win or lose the fight against Oliver, I don't care. But the next day after the fight...
Guevara! You there? Oh, there you are!
Oliver...
Mr. Unchained?
Not too much bluster. Not trying to intimidate. And it doesn't appear that you're too conceited, but it's just such a pity.
What's a pity?
You still have one big flaw, Guevara. Just the same as I do, then going from a boy to a young man, and eventually on to an adult.
When I grew up, I stopped playing tag. I also stopped playing with toys.
Now fighting is all that remains. Well, it's true that we might have much in common.
Does a fight have to be for someone else to be meaningful? I think needing something or someone else to fight for is a weakness.
I think that you'll lose. She's just such a cutie.
How strong you are to your girlfriend.
Seriously, are you two just screwing with me?
Stop making kissy faces and bragging about it.
Even if two savage beasts are in the middle of battling to the death.
Do you think he's just jealous?
Out of all the fluids in the entire world, the most potent one. You mean that isn't even something that belonged to her, really?
What kind of question is that? Yeah, of course we are. The two of us are very much in love with each other. It's just like how a fan can feel the presence of the legendary quartet.
What? They're living together?
That's right.
Man, if that's what prison life is like for him, why would he ever feel the need to atone or repent for what he's done? Then how do you know she's here?
We've heard quite a lot about her over the years. Come to think of it, that's also something that we've only heard from Mr. Unchained's, Mr. Oliver's own mouth.
Maria, I continue to be racked with agony. To adequately express a love that goes way beyond the feeling conveyed by the words, I love you, is such a simple phrase. It's just nowhere near enough. Maria, how are you feeling on this magnificent day, huh, honey?
To be completely honest with you, we've all sort of come to the same conclusion as you have.
By the time the sun rises 2 more times, we'll be back to being just another inmate. Give it to me at the arena right before the fight.
Womanizer! Complete imbecile! Total piece of garbage! You idiot! Oh, darling.
No, it's entirely too stimulating. I just can't handle hearing that word come out of your mouth. It's so much more than love, Maria!
You've been doing the same thing since yesterday, holding that jar up to your ear over and over.
It holds courage.
What? It's courage?
It was the morning after a record-breaking hurricane. The day I was scheduled to set off for the U.S. You know, kid, they say you're the biggest weakling on this whole island.
As if just for that day, there weren't any inmates at all.
Oh, man.
It's almost time, you know.
The rumor is that Mr. Oliver is bringing his girlfriend.
All because...
Look, here!
He's here!
Don't be such a bootlegger!
You're the best pirate ever!
I still wouldn't take a single step away.
Here he comes! Oliver!
You're kidding me. He actually brought her out. His girlfriend.
Hurry up and get this thing started already.
Later in life, when they were finally free and could tell the story of this day.
What are all you staring at? Shut up! Don't give me that crap! What can they possibly see as beautiful?
Isn't that right, you guys?
His tuxedo's just standing there!
It's funny how much the motivation for fighting differs from person to person. Mr. Oliver, Could I ask you to hold the corner of this bandana?
That was originally developed for duels between European nobles back in the 16th century. If you let go, then you lose. And as the name of the game suggests, it's a game with the most logical yet profound of rules.
What, is stalking me a hobby of yours, Unchained?
Part of that style's training is handstands.
Listen, if you're scared of the contest, I'd be happy to change it. Bending a coin in fourths in one hand, while crushing a full beer in the other.
Okay, enough. I get it. What, is stalking me a hobby of yours, number 2?
I realize I don't need to knock him out. If I can just get him to forget, even just for a second.
Whoa, look at that!
Oh, hey! Did you change up your grip a little bit? You know, I think that I'll follow your lead and change my grip up a bit, too.
His pinky?
They say that the aristocrats who came up with this game ate and held their glasses with their pinkies out.
And it was considered good manners to pinch the spices with the thumb and pinky.
Do you understand why I'm doing this, Mr. Guevara? It's all about modesty. How long are you going to continue clutching this handkerchief in such a vulgar manner? Remember your modesty.
Clutching onto it that hard doesn't look too cool.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Maria. Hey, Guevara. I actually don't feel like holding it anymore.
Is he really saying he's going to fight like that?
Gian Gilberto was a hotel magnate from Sicily. He made headlines and received a lot of praise from tourists, but he also earned the disdain of the locals. The organization decided that he had to be punished harshly. While he was surrounded by machine guns in a forest in Boulogne, that sentence was carried out. But this matchup came with a terrifying disadvantage for Gilberto. Weak 70-year-old Gilberto could only lay it across his palm. The curtain closed on that execution with a hail of bullets from Gilberto's compatriots.
Guevara's still touching the handkerchief! It's on the back of his hand!
What the?
He's just playing a silly little game with a handkerchief. It's a farce.
Shut them both off! They're working together so the handkerchief doesn't fly away!
Excuse me, young man.
Hey! What the hell are you doing?
Huh? Oh, please. You call that dangerous? Manly? Gah, ridiculous!
I was mistaken this whole time. To see me in a new light, the way I really am.
Maria, the bed's so soft, and you were so warm.
Get lost.
Thank you so much.
Maria can be really fussy, but because of you, she's calmed down now.
Unchained! Unchained! Unchained!
Doesn't look like that to me.
Yes, on a stormy night, with the stars as our guide, set the bottles of rum aside. What the?
Take all modesty and throw it to the breeze.
Now it begins.
Guevara's finally getting started. You didn't come after me when I was down. Did you get scared or something?
It's not done yet! Guevara's raring to go!
What do you know about that?
It seems I underestimated you. I treated you too kindly. That's just what we need. A little wind.
Yeah, you're right. This is a good day to die.
Since I got to hit someone for real.
Oh? In the mountains.
It says we're driving through the forest.
I guess something must have happened. At least for me, with you being here, this is the safest car in the entire world.
Plainclothes security stationed every 100 meters. For George Bush, President of the United States. The so-called land of the free, huh?
My name's Chamomile Lesson. I was recently hired to be your personal bodyguard. As long as you don't violate our rights, then I'll be happy to keep you safe and sound.
Are you saying it's a problem for you? Or a problem for me?
The thing right now is that Mr. Hanma here is saying that he's gonna attack me.
And this has gotta be what that is, am I right?
Your bringing him here is essentially suicide. It's impossible for me to protect you if he decides to attack.
Nicely done, kid. But still, I have no interest in you. But I really wouldn't mind a piece of your master.
Stop.